Hello guys, welcome back to another video. So we are back with our first video in a while. First sit down video in ages. But yeah, we've been living in New Zealand, as you guys might know, or you might not know because of the views. Yeah, we've been slacking a bit the last few weeks with uploading, but we're gonna share with you today our plans for the next few weeks, few months. But what's the news? We are
going back to Australia. If our visa gets accepted, which it should do because it's our last year visa.
Yeah, so we have actually applied for our third year working holiday visa for Australia, which is so exciting.
Yeah, it's exciting.
We're now just waiting on it getting accepted. It's been like 2 weeks. And yeah, we're going to let you know today our plans for Australia, our thoughts on our year in New Zealand and stuff.
So if we take it back to the beginning, we did our 2 years in Australia and then we left to go travelling around Southeast Asia, and the initial plan was to do a lot longer than we did in Southeast Asia. We only ended up doing 2 months and 2 countries, when originally we did want to do
5.
more. I think we just had higher expectations, like we didn't save a lot really as much as we needed to.
No. And we spent more than we realised. Because the original plan was do Southeast Asia and then go back to Australia, because basically you guys know that the new visa rule for British people, they would no longer need to do a second year of farm work if they wanted to get a third year visa. Yeah, we thought, because that new rule came into place the 1st of July, we thought stay in Southeast Asia till July and then go to Australia and work. Ambitious.
We're panicking because this was literally only June.
This was June, yeah.
June, and I mean, personally, you have to prove you have £2,500 to even get into Australia, which we wouldn't
have had that, would we, by July?
No.
We'd have had to transfer each other.
I know. The next option was, I said to Luke, why don't we go to New Zealand? Which was never our plan to live in New Zealand. We always just thought we would travel it one day. Yeah. So that was a bit of a shock, definitely, to your system when I come up with these ideas.
Yeah, we'd spoken about the idea of going to New Zealand anyway, but when we decided it's probably not the best bet. We'd rather go to Australia to work and then travel New Zealand, but we ended up, it was that or the UK. That was the only choice we could have had, and like we wanted to visit the UK properly, so we wanted to work first. So
and we didn't want to like go back to the UK.
No, exactly.
We wanted to still live abroad.
So yeah, that's how we ended up in New Zealand.
So yeah, we originally were going to fly to Christchurch and stay in Christchurch. But then another last minute decision of mine, we literally had our flights booked. And I was looking on Seek and Indeed and there was literally hardly any jobs. So I said, let's go to Auckland, which is a big city, the biggest one in New Zealand. Yeah. And here we are.
We've been here ages now. It feels like less, I think, because we went home.
Yeah, we went home.
That broke it up. But yeah, we've been here a while. So the reason we're choosing to go back to Australia rather than doing a second year... Wind.
It is windy, guys.
It's so windy. Sorry if you can hear that in the background. Yeah, the reason we're choosing to go back to Australia instead of staying in New Zealand, one, because it was the original plan. I feel like it was always going to be a temporary thing in New Zealand. In fact, we weren't even meant to do a year, were we? No. Like another one of our ambitious plans, it was to save money, go home at Christmas, and then go straight to Australia.
Oh, yeah, God. No
we're going to go home for like 5 weeks.
Honestly, no, guys, things are expensive.
That's one thing you learn when you move, isn't it?
Things are so expensive, especially flights.
Yeah.
Like, really expensive.
So yeah, New Zealand was always meant to be a temporary thing, which is why we're going to go back to Australia. That was always the plan. But I think we preferred Australia anyway, didn't we? We definitely preferred Australia.
Yeah, 100%. And it's just a better lifestyle and living situation in Australia compared to New Zealand. We're going to have a great last year.
New Zealand could have been great if we had a lot of money where we could do trips out of the city every week. But because of the wage and stuff here and the prices, obviously going home as well, it's made it very difficult to do a lot. If
we didn't go home, we could have done a lot more. We probably could have done the South Island as well.
Yeah, definitely.
But obviously our priority, we hadn't been home in 2 years, Luke longer. Our priority was to go see our family and friends.
100%, yeah. Advice for any of you guys that want to move to New Zealand, I would only recommend moving here if you've got decent money, maybe you've got a car as well.
Oh, 100% a car.
then you're going to have a great time. Don't move to New Zealand and just live in Auckland, is from our experience.
Yeah, like the first half of our experience I think was really crappy because it was winter, we didn't have a lot of money, we were finding our feet. It's also been harder to make friends out here, people are a lot more cliquey. The second half when we came back from Christmas
has been better, hasn't it?
Has been a lot better. It's been summer, like we've done a lot more, we've had a bit more money, and I've made friends as well now.
So yeah, like it's fair to say it hasn't been our favourite time ever. It does, I mean, we did have like the best, the most amazing 2 years before we came here, so our standards are obviously going to be so high. Like, not everywhere you live is going to be your best time ever.
Yeah.
But I think realistically, it's got to the point now we're very excited to get back to Australia.
I'm just excited to earn good money and
I'm just excited for like the backpacker life again.
And the backpacker life, Auckland.
You feel like you're part of the, in our experience, you feel like you're more part of the rat race.
Yeah, you do.
In Australia, you feel more like a traveller.
Yeah, you do in Australia. I agree with that.
Yeah, which we're so excited for.
And it's our final year in Australia, so I feel like we just want to make it the best one. Basically, the little plan that we've sketched out.
Nothing solid, but...
Well, firstly, we want to go with the flow and not have any set time frames. Secondly, we want to go to Brisbane first and basically, because it will be winter in Australia when we go, we want to stay more like northern and hopefully find some rural work, resort work, something that doesn't feel
anything
so serious.
out of the city.
Out of the city, like I cannot. We live in the heart of the city right now, and makes me miserable.
We were originally going to go to Perth, weren't we, straight away? But I think after living in the city, all we want to do is work on a beachfront or something, somewhere just not, like middle of nowhere, or like an island or something.
And there was a few things on the north where we didn't do, like we haven't done the Whitsundays, we haven't done Fraser Island. What's the other one?
Is it called Noosa?
Noosa as well. I want to do more stuff up there, and then we're not going to set a time frame on it, but then we will go back to Perth.
Yeah, we'd like to go back to Perth.
I think that's our plan, to go back to Perth and enjoy the last little bit of Australia.
To be honest, Queensland and Western Australia are the only states I really fancy going back to. There's nowhere else that I really want to go back to. Like I would do Darwin or something, but I'm not desperate.
And I think we really want to travel a bit more of the West Coast and go down to Margaret River, Esperance, because we didn't get to do that, and Esperance looks incredible. And just the clear crystal water.
I think we just want to have
fun.
Have fun.
It's felt really serious here in New Zealand. I think 1, we've struggled to make friends. 2, we've lived in the city. 3, we've had to live paycheck to paycheck. Which I'm not complaining, because obviously I'm grateful to have a job. Like, it can be difficult for people on working holiday visas to even get a job. So I'm grateful for it, but it's just not, it's too expensive here. It's far too expensive.
And I think the lack of backpackers and stuff isn't ideal. In Australia, picture how many English people moved in there.
Oh yeah, so many.
Pretty much, I'd say during our time there, like 75% of the housemates were other travellers, which is so good.
Yeah. Well, I have enjoyed, like, I would say I'm satisfied with what we've done on the North Island.
Yeah.
Because we have done quite a few things. Honestly, if you want to go watch the YouTube videos,
they are actually good as well.
Yeah.
We've just got no views.
Yeah. So we have done a fair amount.
After Christmas, we've done quite a lot.
Yeah. So I am, like, I can say that we've, been to New Zealand, and we have done a bit.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? We've not just not done anything. Just the first half, the winter bit.
Yeah. Yeah, that was awful. Don't come to Auckland in the winter. So, excuse me. Yeah, we're excited to get back filming again properly, filming vlogs and stuff. Make sure you subscribe, stay tuned to the channel, because we're going to start doing some good vlogs again. Hopefully, you stay tuned to them, because we're going to document our whole moving to Australia process, because we never really did that, did we?
No.
Like, moving to Australia, we never got to document that.
And obviously anyone else who's thinking of moving to Australia, then I guess you can kind of get inspo from how it happens, from finding a job, finding a shared accommodation, to making friends.
Yeah, well, we want to document a lot more this time.
Yeah, because it would be nice to look back on.
Yeah.
And it will be our last year in Australia.
Yeah, and hopefully we make just as many memories as we did last time.
The first time and second.
Yeah, man. So make sure you subscribe. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.